be effective. That's the exact moment when you're supposed to drop to your knees and ask God for strength to keep going. And then get up and move your feet. We pray and we move our feet. That's what we do. The moment when it feels the hardest, the moment when it feels like the most impossible thing that you could ever do is get back up and keep going in the direction you've been going. That's the exact moment when you're supposed to do it. There will be times along the way, there will be times along your journey that you feel like giving up, where you feel like throwing in the towel and saying, what is the point? Why am I doing this? Why am I crying? Why am I staying up late? Why am I putting in so much effort for no reward? Why am I doing it? It may not make sense right now. In fact, I know that you don't think it makes sense right now. I know that right now you think I'm crazy for telling you to keep going. And in your mind, you might even be saying, you don't know my story. I'm not even watching this. She doesn't know my story. She doesn't know my struggle. She doesn't know what I've been through. I don't. But I know what struggle feels like. And I know what quitting feels like. And I don't want you to experience that. I don't want you to experience the regret of quitting, of giving up on your dream and walking away from something that you've already put so much effort into. I don't want you to walk away from your dream just yet. Now is the time for you to recoup, for you to reevaluate, write down how you're feeling, journal it, cry it out in prayer, and then get back up and keep going. This is a moment in time. You're not watching this video on accident. You're not watching it just randomly. You're watching it because God told me to make it, and He inspired you to play it. This is confirmation that your dream is valid. This is confirmation that you have a voice that needs to be heard right now. This is confirmation that you have something valuable to offer the world and something that the world is waiting for. This is confirmation that while you haven't arrived yet, you're still in process. And that process is leading you to be the woman that you're supposed to be, that God has envisioned you to be. Don't turn back now. You've come so far. You can do this. The world needs you to do this. There's someone out there right now. You may not even know who they are yet, but there's someone out there right now who's waiting for what you have to offer. They're waiting for your product. They're waiting for your service. They're waiting for your leadership, your mentoring, your coaching. They're waiting for you. And if you give up right now, you're going to steal that from them. You're going to rob them of that. And no one else can give them what you can give them. You have something valuable. Get up. Get back to it. You can do this. I believe in you. I hope you've been encouraged. Encouraged to go out there and make the impact that you're supposed to make on the world today. Go out there and be amazing. Don't let anything stand in your way. You've got this.
So I cried when I saw that. Does anyone need Kleenex? Yeah. I have some. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna be kidding. But I love her videos. They're not all super like emotional like that. That's one of the rare ones that I've found that are out there that is actually raw and real and encouraging you. And I loved it so much that I just had to share it. I know not everybody is a girl in this room. She kept saying women, blah, blah, blah. But the point is, define your why. You need to be defining it. What that means, your why is your reason for doing this, right? So when you need to remember why you started. No good thing comes overnight. I think that people get their 120 free product so quickly. Some people even get the Ruby bonus really quickly, and then they just quit because they get so discouraged. They go Ruby, and then their team maybe quits because they didn't go Ruby or whatever. Anyone give me a amen about that? Like, I have so many people that go Ruby and then they quit, and it happens. But what they fail to see is that some people that take you to certain ranks are not the same ones that were meant. They're not the same ones that were meant to take you to other ranks. The people who took me to double were completely different. I mean, a few rare ones that took me to double or to triple. But The people who took me to Ruby, totally different people, completely, except for one person that took me to Diamond, okay? So, for those of you, because I know I'm not the only one that's feeling it. I know I'm not the only one that's gone really far and then stopped, or maybe crumbled a little bit and then gone far and then stopped and then crumbled a bit, and then you're like, why am I doing this? I'm here to tell you that if you post on social media, if you're adding people daily, if you are blitzing, if you are hosting parties, if that's what you like to do, do it. Because parties are going to get you lots of volume, they're going to get you lots of leads. I do at least one a month, even if I'm having a crazy, crazy, crazy month, I am hosting a party, even if it's just at my house, because I'm lazy like that sometimes. And I'm like, I'll open up my doors, but I don't want to go to other people's houses. Whatever you need to be doing to get your word out there. Yesterday, my husband went to Espresso Connection down here on 4th Street, and I have tried blitzing there. I mean, I thought that I had tried, but I see now that, like, what I've been doing, even though no one's really done anything yet with it, they know me. They know what I do. They know what I have to offer, and they know multiple of the products that I have to offer. Because he called me, and he's like, what kind of a coffee do you want? And I was like, you're speaking my love language. Good job. You get husband points. And I was, I'd go to tell him what I want, and I could hear the girl going, is that the rap lady, the It Works lady? And he was like, yeah. And I could hear this barista, and I don't know their names, but I'm always giving them Liblitz cards when I tip them. And she's like, oh, I know what she drinks. It's an Americano that's iced with coconut milk and raw honey. And he was like, oh, good, because I don't know what she drinks. I was like, I don't know what she drinks, like, whatever. And she's like, oh, I've got this. And she's like, does she have any more of those green samples? Can you ask her? And he gave her some green samples. It was crazy that she heard my voice and knew who I was. Because he was there in his work truck. Not any, like, my car was with me. So it was crazy that they knew who I was by my voice. It made me feel so good. I was like, wow, I'm impacting people. They know who I am. I have a little bit of, like, an in with certain businesses because I frequent them and I give them the Liblitz card. I've had lots and lots and lots of referrals. There's a girl that works here who has referred me like 7 loyal customers, and she won't be a DT. I'm like, why won't she be a DT? And she just won't for some reason. But she's referred me like 7 people that have bought retail products from me, and one of them that became a loyal customer. And now she has one in Canada that wants to be a distributor. People are watching you guys. They're listening and they're hearing you, but they're not going to know unless you're telling them. The biggest way that I like to do is through social media. So if you have a pen, I don't have like a lot to say about Facebook, and that's why I love Facebook for my business, because it's so simple. I love it. The reason I haven't really gone into Instagram yet, now if you are already doing Instagram, I really encourage you, if you can remember these names, or if you don't remember it, just message me and I'll respond later. But Jocelyn Yates is probably the best Instagram videos that I've watched. Now again, YouTube videos that I've watched, Jocelyn Yates, Instagram training. She enrolls anywhere from 20 to 50 distributors a month from Instagram, almost only Instagram. So Instagram is a really good thing to learn, especially if you're new and you make it your language now to just learn it and get into that habit. See, I've never made that habit, and I need to. I know I need to go further. So if you can do that, that's great, because Instagram is really good. However, there's things about Instagram that you've got to know. I only know a few of them, but one is that you need to follow us, or you need to try to get as many followers as possible. You have to be very consistent with posting, and you need to not add rat people. The reason you can't have rat people on your Instagram is on Instagram, when you follow somebody and they follow you back, it creates this activity between your guys' accounts, and it attracts the activity that it's creating. Does that make sense? So if I'm putting It Works pictures out there, and Darcy's following me back, and she's posting It Works pictures, and she's liking my pictures, and I'm liking her pictures, it attracts more It Works people, and then they find you. And then you follow them, because you're like, oh, my friend, yay, my friend, I love you, I'm going to follow you, you're my friend. And then, nothing bad that you think is happening. And it's just Facebook. If you're going to be on Instagram, block all the It Works people. I'm not the only one that says that. That's in every single Instagram video I've ever watched. I have a couple. I have like 3 people on my team that are higher up leaders, and I kind of want to, like, not monitor, but like make sure that they're, they directly impact me and I directly impact them, so we're just kind of keeping each other accountable. So I have a couple on there and that's not going to hurt you. But if you're just letting anybody follow you that's an It Works person, when someone follows me, I go right to their account. I do a little bit of Instagram. I'm just not as consistent as I should be. But I go immediately to their account, and if it says It Works, I'm blocking them. And it's no hard feelings. Another thing about Instagram is you don't want to have your website name, mine is bodywrapsbyjoy.com. You don't want to have bodywrapsbyjoy.com in your description. And I can't remember why that is, but they kept saying that. Does anybody remember? See, I'm not the one to teach on Instagram, but I do know a few things because I noticed a lot of you raised your hands that you're in Instagram. And if you're letting a bunch of It Works people follow you, the first thing you need to do is go block them. Because you're just wasting your time. That's the last thing that you need to be doing right now. You need to be getting momentum. Our boom months are coming up. You want to be planting seeds and getting those people seeing your posts. Now, one thing, so go watch Jocelyn Yates. She's really, really, really good videos. They are about 30 minutes long. I would definitely take notes. But if that's a habit that you can get now, it's a gold mine. And the reason Instagram is a gold mine, and the reason I just now started to do it, I was never going to do it just because I thought I was just good. I was like, I'm good. I've got Facebook. I love Facebook. And it takes longer with Facebook because you kind of have to build a relationship. You will get those people like Lacey, who's following me and just messaged me out of the blue and was like, hey, I just sent you a friend request and I want to join your team. And I'm like, what? Like, okay, awesome. So you will get some, rock stars like that here and there, but most people, like Darcy, I had her on my Facebook for a long time, and we were following each other, and she was watching me, and it took a long time for her to finally go, you know what, I think I want to do this. So Facebook is more a relationship thing. It takes a little bit more cultivating, but Instagram, the culture behind that social media platform is a normal, common thing, and it's not shunned by people to go follow people, complete strangers. You'll get lots of spam. People will message you or follow you. Basically, just get in the habit now with Instagram. If someone follows you and you get that notification, go to their profile right away and just scroll down a little bit, because if they're an It Works person, or if they look weird, like there's no pictures of them, or if there's pictures of a real person, but it's multiple pictures of like different profiles and stuff, and they change their profile picture constantly, and maybe there's like multiple different colored people, it'll be like your profile picture yesterday was a black person, and today it's white, and today's a Vietnamese person. I'm like, what is going on? That's spam. If it's just all pictures of like, I got one the other day, it was like all PacSun and Quicksilver and Zoomies like stuff, and I was like, oh, this person's legit, like they're, Pac Northwest, hashtagging Pac Northwest, and I'm like, oh, maybe it's some guy that works for Zoomies, I want him on my team, whatever. And then the more I scroll down, you can also click on the little pin, it'll be like a little pin, and it's a GPS tracker, and they were in Thailand, and I was like, they're making it look like they're here, but they're in Thailand. That's spam. Okay, so Instagram has a lot of spammers, a lot of like hacker type people, which is why I didn't want to get into it. Yeah.
For Instagram also, even if you post anything that It Works, anything, you're gonna get at least 10 followers. They're like, oh, who's your followers? It Works this, It Works that.
Yes. Block them. Thank you so much. Yeah.
I made my first post about It Works on Instagram. I got at least 5 of them started following me.
Yep. Those are fake, and they're spam, and they're just trying to steal your money. You'll get, whatever you do on Instagram attracts those things. So you can get, it's really fun. Like, I'm starting to really learn it and get good at it, and I'm starting to have fun with it. I got my 2 loyal customers this month were from Instagram, and I suck at loyals. I'm just going to be completely honest. Like, I suck at them. I can sit and sign DTs all day long, but I can't sign loyals. And, I'm just now getting good at sending loyals, but the 2 that I got this month were from Instagram, and I'm barely even working it. So it definitely is a gold mine, because the culture behind it is you can go follow people, and they follow you back, and they're not weirded out by that, because that's just what you do. But just know that who's following you and who you're following is going to attract more of that. So then, about once a week, you're going to want to get in the habit, maybe every other day actually, if you're following a lot of people, you're going to want to get into the habit of going in and kind of skimming through who is spam or who accepted your request or who's an It Works person and unfollowing them or blocking them, because you don't want to get that bad stuff. Okay, and then, so get into the habit of Instagram now is something that I never did, and I'm learning the hard way from it, and it's going to be a gold mine for you. Jocelyn Yates' best video ever. But for Facebook, there's a couple things I wanted to kind of just give you tips on. One is that if you are not posting on Facebook, you are killing your business. And that is just the way it is. So if you are doing group things, or maybe you're just posting on your business page, or maybe you're just forgetful and you just don't post, that's okay. Don't beat yourself up over anything in this business. Because I could sit here with all the things I've highlighted in here that I've done wrong and beat myself up all day long. But is that growing my business? No. If I look at it like, oh shoot, I should have done that. Okay, that's going to be my new thing. And that's just a habit. It takes 21 days. That's a fact to form a habit. It's in every self-development book I've ever read. 21 days. That's a long time. I mean, who quits a diet like 2 weeks in, right? It's just because it's new to you. It's not that you're a bad person. You're laughing. It's not that you're a bad person. Like, I love food. I just can't diet. Like, I'll just never be one of those people. I just can't. That's why I love our fat fighters, because it blocks carbs by like 70%. I'm like, yay, I can have bread today. But the point is, it takes 21 days. So don't go beating yourself up and being like, I suck, I'm not a good leader, what if you really do commit? What if you pick yourself up every time that you push yourself down? What if you don't work your business for a month, 6 months, 2 years, and go, you know what am I doing? Like, I need to pick up the pieces again. What if you're like Aaron, where you tried before, and you're like, this didn't work, but you were strong enough to recognize that and go, I need to do this again. And learn and do it again. Because that is the mindset you need to get right now. And that's an entrepreneur mindset. That's a successful thinking person mindset of the things that are getting you down or that you did wrong. I've done so many wrong things, not like bad things, but like could have been better, could have trained better, could have done this, could have informed somebody of this, informed someone of that, could have ported myself or whatever, could have blitzed, should have, could have, woulda, and then the person signed with somebody else or another company. I get that a lot. They'll join Omni or things like that. I'm like, oh, why didn't I just bring it up to them? Why didn't I just do it? You can't beat yourself up for it. You need to recognize it, keep a journal. That's like another really big tip is a journal, because I look back on that now and I find those letters and things before I was even a diamond. I'm like, oh my gosh, like what I said happened. And our minds, you guys, is an Instagram platform. What we put out there is what we attract. It's the law of attraction, and it's freaking real. And if you don't believe in it, you need to go on YouTube, look up this YouTube video called The Secret, and you need to watch it. Because it's going to really open your eyes to the more you pump yourself up mentally, the more you can get through those mental blocks, the more breakthrough you're going to have in your business. I know I'm jumping a little bit around, but that very much plays into social media, because I have a lot of people on my team right now not posting, not being consistent, not, just saying, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this. Oh, okay, but it's killing your business. And coming from somebody who did that for a very long time, it didn't go anywhere. I'm telling you, when I started getting consistent, it started working. Instagram will take, once you watch those videos by Jocelyn Gates, Instagram is going to take, this is what she said in the video, about 3 months of consistently working it until you start seeing a lot of people, until you really have those habits down. It takes 21 days, just look at it like a month to form a habit. So if you're following the tips that she tells you for Instagram and Facebook to be posting, then you got to figure 21 days to form a habit, but then it's going to take a couple months of people watching you to really kind of be like, okay, I'm just going to do it. Okay, I'm going to do it. And then you're always going to have more people watching you, because you're going to be following more people and adding more people, right? That's the biggest thing you need to be doing, is bringing in more people into your business. So don't get discouraged on Instagram, because I said it's a gold mine if you don't have tons of people flocking to you right away, because that's what she said, is it's going to take a little bit of time. Facebook could take longer, but that's why I tell everyone, be consistent. That's why they say give this business a year and it'll change your life, because it took about 5 or 6 months in, and trust me, when you're doing these little tiny things every day, and after a couple months, you're like, oh my God, this is taking forever. Like, nothing is happening for me. And that's why people quit so easily, because it feels like you've been doing it forever, but you really haven't. That's why I got the date put on this necklace, and I wear it every single day. Because I need to look at this and go, Joy, it's been a year, and you're triple. Like, that's a big deal, right? Or if it's been a year and you're a Ruby, that's a big deal. You're making $600 from your cell phone. Like, what? Like, every month? It might dip a little bit, but that's a big deal, you guys. I mean, it's so crazy. There was this quote out there the other day. If you don't follow Boss Babe, you need to. Guy or girl in the room, doesn't matter. You need to follow Boss Babe on Instagram and Facebook. But I go on there whenever I'm discouraged, and I actually Google search their quotes, and I copy and screenshot them. Because Boss Babe said the other day, they said, the way that we make money is changing. The way that this world in this century is successful is changing, and I'm just glad I know it. And that's just, you need to know that you're in the right place at the right time. We're very lucky that we have a debt-free company, that we have a Christian-based company, that we have all natural products, that we have, we just now hit 100,000 distributors recently, so we have that momentum to get to the top. There's a Google statistic, if you go out and you Google statistic, search it. If we can kind of keep it down, because there's a lot of cross conversations going on and other people are having trouble hearing. But there's a Google statistic out there that says 76% of Americans are $500 away from going bankrupt. $500 could have saved them. When my husband and I went bankrupt, we actually went bankrupt on only $8,000. And I see that now, and I'm like, I could have made that up in 2 months as a triple diamond and saved us from bankruptcy. Think of what Ruby could do. If that's the main statistic, that's where you need to be confident in what you have to offer, because there's people out there that need this. I used to not take that seriously when they'd be like, you need to own what we have to offer, and I'm like, okay, well, I mean, I love the rap, but like, it's not very life-changing, like, I don't know. It's awesome, it makes you feel better and give you that confidence, but it took me a while to understand that they're referring to the business, really. The products too, but the products are a tool for us to work our businesses, right, and to make this money for our family. And so you guys need to really own that and remember those kind of real life statistics that there's people out there that are $500. They are a ruby away from going into bankruptcy. That's horrible. And you have the answer for them because they are working so much and they're a joy on their feet all day and they're working all the time and they can't see a way out other than getting another job and not seeing their kids anymore. I had a girl today, and she was like, I'm already working 5 jobs. And I started crying, and I was like, I sent her Rachel Newkirk. If you guys don't follow her, she's an ambassador. Her husband was deployed, and she was working 5 jobs. Okay? So, it's really good for you to follow those different leaders, because when you relate to those different leaders and you get to know their names and kind of their story, if you will, you're going to get all kinds of walks of life in your business. You're going to get all kinds of personalities. And you might not be the person that they relate to, and you need to be okay with that. The worst thing that we could ever do with our downline is be a micromanager and be like, do this, do this, do this. I would rather, I don't want someone to quit my team, but I would rather be like, hey, go follow this person because they're your personality type. And I'm just not the person to lead you. And I am here for any questions that you have, and I'm going to check in on you, and I'm going to pump you up, and I'm going to like and comment on your stuff. But their story is what you're going to relate to. Did you have a question? No? Oh, okay, sorry. So anyway, so because of these things, and because we have the answer, and because, you know, people are $500 away from bankruptcy and all these things, you need to look at it like that person that asked you to go spin that fry on the side of the road and barely make any money doing it for a little while, but the outcome, you know, you're going to make X amount of money forever. You need to look at it like that. You need to look at it like, this is not that hard, and I'm okay with committing and learning, and I'm okay with not making a whole lot in the beginning. You can definitely really maximize your check with wrap cash and those fast start bonuses. Fast start bonuses are when you get a distributor. When you get a distributor and that distributor gets 2 loyal customers, you get $100, and you get that the following Friday. So when I learned that, I was like, oh my gosh, and I went and signed 6 distributors. That was my focus for like the whole month, and I got $600, and that was my 2nd month into the business. And I was so excited because that's $600, and it kept our van from getting repossessed at the time, and that was a big deal. And I'm actually doing that right now. I'm trying to enroll a lot of people to get fast start bonuses because even though I'm a triple diamond, I have stuff really built up because I wasn't making a lot of money, and I chose to quit my job because I knew what this could do for me. So I was okay with kind of letting some stuff go because I knew if I did, I would push harder with this and be more committed. So when I did that and I finally reached like double, I was so behind on my bills. I'm just being completely real. So when I hit triple, I've just been paying it off, and I'm still down to like nothing every month. But I only have to do that one more time, and I will be completely debt-free next month, except for my car, completely debt-free. Like, I can't believe it. Like, I never ever thought that I would. Bye guys, love you. I would never ever thought that I would be. So to go on, I earned the cruise with my husband, and to be able to go, the airfare is really expensive. It's like $1,400 for us both to go. Between that and the hotel and everything, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like I earned the first ever It Works cruise for Jesse and I, but we can't go because we can't afford airfare. And so I'm trying to just roll DTs like crazy right now, because I know that if I do, I will get those faster passes and we can go, but it also is going to help my chart, and it's also going to help them. So really be confident of that. And so think about those things whenever you go to post. The biggest tip for Facebook is posting 5 times a day. I post the second I get up, and I post an inspirational thing the second I get up, because you want people to know that you're a positive person, and you want people to know that there is somebody that you can follow and that maybe you can lead them. Even if you don't know how to lead, that'll come later. It's just like with my team. I said, get your conference ticket, we'll figure out the rest later, because you need to go. Anyway, I got the hiccups, but it's going to change it. So it's the same thing. You just need to post. Your first few posts might suck. That's okay. John Eric, if you don't know who I'm talking about, I keep saying John Eric, and we're almost done, I promise. But John Eric is our social media guru. It Works bought him out from another company for a lot of money because, what was that? Oh my gosh. Yeah, he's amazing. He's really, really funny. And he's our social media guru. So if you're not following him, the way to spell his name is John, and then it's and then it's a dash, and then ERIK. It's a little hard to find, but you'll see him. He's kind of he's a Mosler. It's Mossesler. And he's kind of like a goofy guy with glasses, but he's super cute with his glasses off. Just saying. So anyways, go find him and follow what he does, what he says. But he is our social media guru, and what he said on the Facebook Periscope the other day, he said Facebook is like a filter. You're going to kind of suck at it at first. Your pool that you have is going to have algae on it, and it's going to be green, and you're not going to really know what to do. Now, there's 2 ways you can go about this with Facebook. You can drain all the water, scrub out the whole pool, and that's what I was doing. I was like deleting everybody. Scrub out the whole pool, clean it, fill it with new clean water. And that's what I was doing. I was trying to get all these potentials to just start fresh, right? But I didn't want to delete my whole Facebook because I have like lots of memories and pictures and stuff on there. And he's like, but that's going to take a lot of time, and that's taking your time away from the business. And then you're going to get into a funk because you're not really being consistent with posting and messaging and following up and liking and commenting on people's stuff. You're not working your social media business. You're just starting over, and it's going to get you discouraged, and you're going to lose leads that were following you because you're not being consistent. But you're taking on this huge task. And I had a couple thousand people that were from It Works on my Facebook. So I was like trying to take all this time to like fix my Facebook. What he said is this. He said, when you see It Works people on your newsfeed, just send them a quick message. And I wasn't sending the messages, and I had a bunch of people get offended, but you need to just send a quick message. And so now I just have it on my notepad, on my memo pad, and I copy and I paste it real quick. And it just says like, hey girl, or hey dude. I don't know, I have like 2 dudes on there, but hey girl, I'm really sad that Facebook gives me a 5,000 friend limit, and it does. Instagram maxes out at like 7,500 followers or something, but you're constantly going to be filtering that and deleting people and spam and things like that. So don't worry so much. You have way more growth to happen on your Instagram. But Facebook, you don't really want to be deleting your potentials because it can take months for those people to watch you. It took me 11 months of watching Brianna before I jumped in. And I'm one of the people for her ambassador team. And it makes me feel so good that like I'm one of those people that's helping her go ambassador. Like that's crazy. And so there's those people that are out there, and you don't want to just be deleting them. Instagram's a little bit different because they're either going to jump in or they're not, and you can kind of filter that out. But maybe filter it every 3 to 4 months. But Facebook, you kind of want to leave them there. So just as like maybe people that have been really negative about your business, or maybe those people that are like being discouraging, or maybe they're just really negative on Facebook, or maybe they're promoting another company or Jamberry and stuff. I used to like all their stuff to like support them. And what I was doing was I was creating activity on their account, which is getting them customers. I'm like, why in the world am I not being smarter about this? So this Periscope really helped me. He says, just as you go through your newsfeed, he goes, if you see It Works person, send them a message and be like, I'm so sad that I have this limit of friends, but I do. I made my Facebook public or whatever. If you don't want to make it public, that's fine. It doesn't matter. If they hit follow you, they can still see what you're doing. So I just tell them, please kindly unfriend me. I mean, who saw my post today? That's probably like the 5th time I've made a post like that. And I felt so weird doing it, but this is a business. We are in the relationship business, and we are in a very, one team, one mission culture, which I love, but it's also a business, and you can't be everybody's person to lean on. You can't be that person for everybody, and you need to protect your business, you need to protect your downline, and you need to protect your family, and you need to work your business like a business.
Also, if they just want to follow you for your job and then say, I need it, my people, I just don't want it, what people are against that.
Right.
If they're just following you, where the little 3 dots are, if you click on that, you can choose to get notifications.
Yeah.
And then you're just, that way you're learning and you're seeing her posts, and you can still copy and paste those.
Yeah, that's a very, 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 very good tip. Thank you so much, Tina. So yeah, in the upper right-hand corner, there's 3 little dots. So when you hit follow, if you unfriend the It Works person, but say there's somebody that you are really inspiring to you, like a presidential diamond or an ambassador or whatever, in the upper right-hand corner, there's 3 little dots, and that's going to open up a new menu, and you can click Get Notifications on it. And I do that with Tiffany Her. I don't know if you guys are following her. Yeah, you can't be some people in It Works. You can't be their friend because they're already maxed out. So that's a really, really good tip, and that way you'll see that in your newsfeed. You can also go into your settings on Facebook, and you can click on, this is where the filter that he talked about comes in, okay? So you can be, starting over, or you can put a filter on it, and as you see little things happening, you fix it. And then over time, you're going to create this amazing social media network that's going to explode. I've only been doing this for, a week? I don't remember when he did his Periscope. It's like less than a week ago. Oh my God, I've signed so many distributors, you guys. I'm blown away. And what he says is there's a few things. So if you're writing this down, we're going to kind of go over this real quick. If you are posting 5 times a day, it only takes a few minutes. What I did is at night or on the weekend is I actually went on Tiffany Her, it's Herr, Jocelyn Yates, Jade Hooper, Brianna Swindle, Nicole Facey. I went on Ron Hartman's good.